as a leader. It was only 2020. A man who was traveling every day, one city to another, sharing his thoughts on how to grow yourself, how to grow your leadership style, how to become the best in the world, was grounded. Yes, this man was grounded on the 22nd of March 2020. So, what happens to a champion when he's grounded, who has been speaking for the last 10 years, jumping aircrafts and moving countries? 10 years is my journey from 2012 to 2020. I was a speaker, coach, mentor, teacher. John Maxwell, my friend Marshall Goldsmith, my friend Les Brown, and some great people who have learned from. You can imagine what happened. I needed to change the way I think. Why am I narrating my personal example is I was thinking for over 2 to 3 days, what will I do now? I've been speaking in front of audiences and I've never spoken in front of this TV camera. And when TV cameras take over, I did not know the skill to operate and how to speak, what to speak. And then people don't put on their cameras. What is the energy level of people? So, a champion was grounded, and I mean it literally. I took upon me the thought that I need to shake up myself, wake up, and become the champion I was. So what did I do? I started speaking in front of this TV camera and engaging with leadership across the globe. And I must share with you, and you need to respect, this man was speaking from New Zealand on one side to Guyana on the other side in one single day. That was the energy that I carried because I was always a champion. How could I be a failure now? And when these thoughts came to me, I said, what you think is what you become. You can always think big and become big, provided you do big. So what happened was, the transformation in me brought about a hidden aspect in people, moving people from scarcity to abundance in their mind. Started thinking, why do people live a poverty life? Why do people talk small? What stops them from becoming big and abundant and create happiness, prosperity in this world? So during the course of the last 24 months, I started speaking on scarcity to abundance in the mind. Started doing programs how people need to move from a scarcity mind to an abundant mind. And the only thing that they need to do is think, and think. Think, who am I? What do I have? And why should people care? I installed this thought. Why am I narrating my own example? Because this has been a life-changing for me. And today, as I speak, I created this program called Reset Your Mindset. Yes, press the reset button and create a mindset of your own. What happened in this was, I engage with people to change the way they think, change the way they listen, and change the way they do. Yes. When you change the way you think, when you change the way you do, everything changes. And today, when I speak to you on this, I know I have been helping leadership across the globe look at themselves. Why do they do what they do, and what results they get, and what new they need to do to get the results they want. So I've made people think from want to desire, from desire to burning desire, and from a burning desire to fulfillment. I shared with them the energy required, the focus required, and how do you move your desire to burning desire and fulfillment. For this, I taught them, I gave them some great tools: 24/7 positive mental attitude, enthusiasm, and self-discipline. With these three key words, I make them feel, what do you need to leave? So, my friends, I uprooted them from their current mindset. Uproot from the root. Yes, I mean it. Uproot from the root and replant them with a new enthusiasm, vigor, energy, and decisiveness in them. What do they really want in this life? What do they really want in this life today? Because I made them think. And I made them think, in life you get what you want when you know what you want. Do you really know what you want? Do you really know what you want well enough? The word is well enough. When you know well enough, it happens. People call it a miracle. I call it the new normal. I started spreading this message in leadership. And I created this Reset Your Mindset program, which is in 4 modules and finally is a billionaire in training. You know what? It triggered a thought. If I am a champion, what stops me from becoming a champion? Yes. So I taught them the process. What stops you from becoming the champion is, do you live a life which has these 5 components? Which are those components? I am confident, I am fearless, I am unstoppable, I am limitless, I believe in myself, and I am the best. The pattern in their thinking changed when they repeated these words over and over and over again. I made them do it 100 times a day. I made them start thinking, do we really want what we get, or what we want is what we need to get? So, a positioning for themselves that they are the best and they need to be the best. When this thought was stitched, I asked them, now, if you can think what you want, what stops you from getting what you want? Yes. When you change the way you think, when you change the way you listen, when you change the way you do, you create a new mindset. People have been speaking before me about mindset. I do the process, removing the current mindset from the roots and installing the new mindset required, which is all about, can you see your big picture? Number 1, can you see your big picture? Where do you want to be when you hang up your... Yes, and then once you reset your mindset, you look at yourself, that the mindset needed comes up. And what is the mindset needed? The mindset needed says, this is the change that you need to bring in creating the mind which helps you become the person you were born to be. Now, do you know What were you born to be? You don't. Do you need to know? Yes, you need to know. What do you need to do to bring that into you? Is stop complaining, stop criticizing, stop worrying, stop procrastinating, and live the life you deserve. Now, these shifts, which I call, were resetting your mindset. My audience who's listening to me and who will listen to this later on, have you ever reset your mobile phone? You have an opportunity today to reset and remove the garbage that is not required, to leave those people who are negative, to leave those thoughts, people, and things which are no more required by you. Just like those numbers you carry, 5,000 numbers you carry, and you need only 50 people in that telephone. So ask yourself, why do you need a reset? Because you got a different result. Now, to get the best results, you need to reset your mindset. So this is a process. Just like making profits in business is a process, resetting your mindset is a process. Uprooting and rerouting to what you really want, that desire to fulfillment. Yes, when you start thinking what I want and do I really want it, it happens. So people, when I look at those 6 pillars we talk about, those 6 pillars is how to develop a mindset is think, believe, and act. What do you need? You need clarity. Who I am, what do I have, and what do I need to have? And this needs to be communicated from inside to outside and consistently in life. So clarity, communicate with clarity, and be consistent in life and install those 6 pillars. Those 6 pillars are coming up in the next slide. Can you please show the next slide? Yes. This is the essence of the mindset that needs to be created in each and every person. The 6 pillars is the big picture in your life. Can you see the big picture? Can you create the big picture? Can you own that big picture and create that? And when you install this pillar, you know what? You move from scarcity mind to an abundant mind, and you become limitless. Unstoppable is the word. You become unstoppable and limitless. And when you remove your bad and ugly, you know what is left? The good. And when you have the good in you and you get space, your creativity starts to come in. And when your creativity starts to come in and you leave your bad and ugly habits, what happened? You start taking ownership of your success. You got so much space to think, and you are back in the frame of thinking like a champion. And you know what? The moment you start thinking back like a champion, you make an impact in the lives of people around you. And when you make an impact in the people around you, people look at you differently. They look at you as the leader they were missing, the champion that they were missing. And this is what I learned from these 3 years today as I'm back to traveling globally. I was just in Africa about 10 days back, and I go back to the countries which I want to visit, sharing this thought of resetting the mindset and getting people to understand. Do you know what's their big why? Why are you here on planet Earth? Find out. Do you have a big why or a small why? If you have a big why, be that extraordinary. Show it to people. Your 24/7 reflects who you are. The quality of your routine defines the caliber of your performance. And as I teach this to senior leadership within the country and outside the country, and get them out of the scarcity mind, it's impossible. Everything is possible, provided you have the big fat why chasing you in your life. And this is the new abundant Harish Mehta, who speaks about abundance to everybody. And you can all create abundance by just looking at the way you think, the way you act, and the way you do. And remember, the moment you decide, it's in your moments of decision that you design your destiny. The moment you decide to change the way you think and become the person you were born to be, you see the magic is waiting to happen. And I'm grateful that I have learned all this from my gurus, including John Maxwell, including Les Brown, including Bob Proctor, including Tony Buzan. I have over-invested, I must confess this to you. I am over-invested in myself, and I continue to share this knowledge, wisdom, and belief to the people I belong to. That's why I call myself an abundant coach, Harish Mehta, today. I am there to give. I am born to give. I am born to share, care, listen, learn, grow current and future leaders. So this is a small 8 to 10 minute story. I speak for 8 hours, and I'm happy to speak again. Thank you, Dr. Faz.